Oh, hello, hello, hello. I think that should be me live. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm just trying to see if I can get this chat pop-up working properly. It has been the bane of my existence trying to get this thing going. Oh, it looks like it's working, but that writing is terrible. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix this. It's nice that it's actually working for once. Okay, oh, you're hearing me? Lovely. Stream elements. Yeah, you can't see anything on that background. Let me just see what I can do there. How's everyone doing this evening? Thank you so much for joining. Of course, I couldn't get this thing started without there being some form of technical hiccup. Can you hear music all right as well? That's always another thing that tends to be an issue. Love your videos. Oh, there's a few comments here. Keep them coming through, and I'll get through them in a second. I'm just trying to sort out this overlay. Oh my goodness. Elements gallery, resources, tabletop parlor, dashboard. Right. Let's see if I can get this thing working. Streaming tools, overlays. There we go. Right. Style. Width. Okay, the width and stuff looks fine. Let's go text setting. Pick a font. Make it black. Size. Okay. Save. Okay, let's see if we can get that working again. Right, you can just see my big face for the moment. Hello. Let's go back to the paint cam. Okay. Oh, there we go. Right, that text size is looking definitely better. Okay. I wonder why the music isn't coming through. It's all coming through fine on my end. Right, there we go. I've just put the music up at the maximum kind of thing, so hopefully that will come through. So just let me know if that's come through as well. Now you're getting it. It's not too loud, is it? It's loud compared to my voice. Okay. I'm going to keep talking. How's about now? How's this? How's this? How's this? How's this? I'm putting it at 5 decibels. It's a bit too loud. This is always the problem. It's like I can't get any thing back on the receiver, so right, let me do one last thing. Let's just try and make that. Let me just see if I can make. 10. Hopefully that's not too loud. So just... having a minor technical difficulty here, folks. Just bear with me. It's like, honestly, half the time you can't do anything whilst... like, half of this you don't know about until you start streaming. So just bear with me a second here, and then I will get through to all of your messages. But I can see them coming through, so keep them posting. Okay, cool. Right, that'll do. I'm just going to start painting in a second. Let me get through your messages, and then I will start working on what I'm going to be working on. Okay, so Roland Rattus says, this is going to be my third army I build and paint, and luckily I didn't sell all my old Undead boxes I bought AOS back in 2016, so I have almost all units with the old sculpts for the vamp. Oh my god, you're so lucky. I've got my, from when music is still a bit too loud, but it's decent. Okay, let me try turning it down just a little bit more. I'm popping it at -13. Let me know if -13 decibels is good. So yeah, anyway, so Rolando, sorry. Yeah, what have I got? I've got a Necroc vampire somewhere in my parents' attic from doing vampire counts as a child. Yeah, from doing vampire counts as a child, and I want to dig my Necroc vampire. Yes, come in. I can't hear you. Is it really that loud? Oh my god. Well, no, because I want the music there. We're just trying to coordinate this music volume. It's just such a pain in the arse. I get no, as I say, I get no feedback, so I just get your feedback. I've taken it down to -17.7, so hopefully that'll do. -17.7 on your radio dials. Anyway. Yeah, so Necroc vampire somewhere in my parents' attic, and I need to drag it out and get it all equipped for my old world army. I have like fashioned up to a degree this custom lord. I say custom, like he's just like kind of painted differently, but he's obviously kind of built using the current Blood Knights kit. I've swapped in a Dark Eldar head. I need to finish him off. This is Count von Draxeth that is going to be used in my custom. It is going to be used in my narrative campaign for Warhammer the Old World at Bad Moon Cafe. Yeah, so looking forward to running him there. Okay, thank you. You can be good. Love. Greed is good. Love your videos. I just played my first Old World game last week at a local game club. It was amazing. We love to hear that. And thank you so much. It's so nice to hear people. Like I just saw a second ago. There's like 32 people were waiting to hear me, waiting for the stream to start, which is great. So that's so lovely to hear. Rolando, I've been asking around for old painting guides in White Dwarf for vampire counts on Reddit. Not much replies, except one guy that mentioned 4 old issues. Yeah, I don't remember from when I was a kid that there was much in the way of old vampire count painting guides. But yeah, let's see. Do you think they will re-release the vampire counts? I would bet that they will. I would imagine, and I think I put this in one of my videos, I think them and the Dark Elves, I have heard whisperings, will be making their way into the old world in the not too distant future, which is going to be great if it actually happens. Okay, and then there's a bunch of stuff about music. Well, some are saying in the old world lore, vampire counts lost the war and are in hiding. But if you read the timeline, that was over 100 years ago since the vampire counts lost since they lost the vampire wars. Yeah, it was a long, long time ago, lore-wise. So hopefully, as I say, I think there is plenty room for them to bring them back. You've got all of the Necrocs, the Lamians, and everything like that. That was very much a von Carstein war. So there is no reason for Zacharias the Ever Living is floating around at this time. I think if not him, then Melchior is. So yeah, I'm having the music unironically slaps for it's pretty good, isn't it? I can share a thing out. Right, anyway, I need to crack on with some painting. So let me show you what I'm going to be working on today. So these are, let me actually ping one off of this because I blew tapped them on. So I wanted to try and get a hold of some of the AOS skeletons before they kind of redid the most recent one, so the one before currently, and the only ones I could find were just insanely priced. So I kind of kit bashed my own ones. So these are these ones. So they are they're the very old ones. So the current Tomb King lines, as the legs and some of the arms and the spears. The bodies are from Crypt Guard, and then the heads are from the Skulls collection, like the Skulls box that you can buy. And then the shields are from the actual current AOS skeleton guys, because I have used all of them, or have been using them at least. I need to finish them. Oh no, that's not the right one. To kit bash my own grave guards. So these are my grave guard models, and they ended up looking like pretty spot on with how the new releases of them have looked. So I'm really happy with them. I need to finish painting them. But yeah, this is all for my Vampire Counts army. I have a test 1,500 point game with them tomorrow night. It would be, they're not obviously going to get. I'm not going to finish them tonight, but it would be nice to get a bit of colour down on them. So I am going to be hitting them with the airbrush. Let's see what I can do. I have got shed loads of sand and stuff on here. Hopefully this isn't too loud with the airbrush, so just let me know. I'm just going to get rid of some. I've got some sand and stuff floating around from all of the basing. I will also be working on some doggos as well. So let's see how we get on. And then I'll try and keep an eye on chat, but this is primarily going to be a painting stream. But, you know, obviously feel free to ask questions and everything else like that. I'm drinking non-alcoholic beer, by the way, otherwise I'd get a little bit toasted on stream, and I don't really want to do that. Right. Let me move. Oh, these are the reference ones. So these are some ones that I did earlier, and this is how I like eventually want to kind of have them look. I'm gonna do some. I've got some dirty down rust. Dirty down rusts that I want to get on them as well, on the shields. So let's move them out of the way. And let's just get going. So yeah, my camera's going to do that, by the way, because for whatever reason, this little cannon doesn't have an auto on feature for streaming. So I'll try and keep an eye on it. But sometimes I get a bit in the zone. So yeah. Okay, let's put... This is my White King Battle Standard Bearer, Jacob Slint. Yourself there, Steve Bull. Thank you very much for joining. Right, so I'm starting off here. I'm going to give them a pre-shade with Liquitex, acrylic ink through the airbrush. We're painting some Empire. Oh, do you know what? Actually, before I do any of that, let me just run some water through there. Painting Empire, you say? That's what we like to hear. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. What Empire are you painting, Steve? And are you painting a particular faction of Empire? Or city, I should say. This is a really weird kind of place to put my microphone, so let me know if you can hear me alright. Handgunner's command and a bright wizard. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Okay. I'm painting an Orlok Ganger for Necromunda. Oh, wicked. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Do you know, for my sins, I have never played Necromunda. I've played Inquisimunda with a friend's kind of rule set. It's very good. I mean, all praise Sylvania is what I can say. I should get a regiment of Sylvanian state troops or something. In their morbid purple and brown uniform, purple and black uniforms. Sorry. God, look how bright that is. We love that. wasn't really a huge fan of airbrushing until pretty recently. And that was because I've been using a rubbish compressor. And then as soon as you get like a decent compressor, it's just like, this is like actually game changing. What models am I using as grave guards? Yeah. So these are my grave guard here. So the base, like the kind of body, is based on the body is based on the current skeleton warrior for the Soul White Grave Lords. Then the arms have been kind of trimmed down a little bit, and they're from the, well, I say the current Graveguard, but the previous Graveguard set, along with the heads. So they're a little bit of work to put together, just like trimming the arms and stuff. But yeah, that's them. They're pretty easy to kind of put together. They're just a little bit time consuming. And these are regular Skelly boys. For Vrax, I love Old World. I have a bunch of dwarfs, but literally no one plays it where I live. Oh, that sucks, dude. I think I've asked you this before. I recognise your name, so apologies if I'm not the best. Are you based out in the States? Thank you very much. Yeah, you released. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I recognized your name. That's very distinct. That's just a base coat and some white ink, and they look supremely Tim Burton-ish. Like, this is my first time attempting it with just the white ink, and I'm gonna hit them with some oil wash afterwards. But I am like, they're great. Sorry to pick myself up there a I will eventually end up getting around to doing a vampire counter guide as well. It's a real shame the prominent kind of community figures here think the end times were good, so the game should stay dead and think it's a bad game. I'm trying to get friends into it. Do you know, I'm one of those people that got back into it during COVID because I was working like a quite low paying job, and I was spending all my kind of money, all my excess money paying for commuting and stuff into and out of London. And then COVID happened, and suddenly I had a disposable income. And then at the same time, a bunch of other people decided, let's get into it, and I was just like, yeah, screw it, let's go. And I've not really looked back, but I dropped out of it all in about 2007, 2008, and I collected stuff, but I never really played fantasy. It wasn't huge where I was. I mean, I'm sure it was, I just wasn't, it might have been, but I just wasn't really aware of what was going on at the time, because I wasn't that linked into stuff. missed out on all of the furor over the end times and stuff like that. You know, I've since caught up on all of it, and it does seem a bit, you know, anyway. No way to complain about stuff. Fantasy's back now, and I'm really enjoying it. I was a little bit disappointed when I got back in, and, you know, I wasn't mad at Age of Sigmar or whatever. I played Age of Sigmar, and it's a fun game. But, you know, it's another skirmishing game, and I didn't want to do a second skirmishing game. I wanted to do, you know, a decent fantasy game. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really, really happy that Old World's back. Fantasy is back. We've got square bases everywhere. It's good stuff. And yeah, I have played. If anyone think I'm not ducking on Age of Sigmar, I did play a little bit of Age of Sigmar. I thought it was at the time a better game than the current edition of current edition of 40K. But yeah, I would probably count myself as a first and foremost Old World player now. I haven't played 40K in ages. How's the weather where everyone is? It is blimmin' baking where I am. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get a brush out. I should stream more often. Like, most evenings, I've got everything set up, and I just never bother doing it. It always seems like a faff. Have you seen the Tabletop Minions video about resurrecting Armageddon Shadow War? You saying you played Inquisimunda made me think of it, since not everyone is a fan of 10th edition 40K. Yeah, 10th edition seems to be really, really polarizing, doesn't it? Really polarizing. Which is odd. No, I haven't actually. I do watch a lot of the Uncle Adam stuff. I quite like him. It's just seems like a nice, well-meaning guy. But no, I haven't watched it. I watch most of his stuff as well. What does he say in it? Armageddon Shadow War. I'm assuming it's not like... I'm assuming it's not like Epic Armageddon or whatever. Go. Good little. It's terribly hot. Oh my goodness. Armageddon Shadow War is dope as hell. So was that video. It's like a mix of Kill Team and Necromunda. He raised a lot of good points about building community. Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out then. I like a little bit of community building. Check out my Discord. Go and join it if you haven't already. I recognise a few names. I'm looking at you, Shadow, AZ. It was a random game GW released in 2017. It's a skirmish game. We have small forces fighting each other. It's easy to do with models you might run up. I will check his video out either after the stream, depending on how I'm feeling. Or tomorrow morning. Building a website for work. My hand is just so high def. It's so weird seeing my hand at such high def. I should have my face facing the other way, really, shouldn't I? Oh well, because I'm looking down here, which is looking off screen. That's why I did it in the first place. I'm just thinking, you know, this is just, you know, welcome to the production suite. If you're in chat, you know, this is iterative. It'll be completely different next time. So. Are you all enjoying the Old World Army guides? I think I saw a couple of people saying about them earlier. Oh, no, oh, disaster. Absolute disaster. What a catastrophe has befallen my skeleton dude here. gonna have to do a little bit of surgery here. I've missed a bit of undercoating with this guy as well. Come back to you in a little minute. The skeleton dude. F in chat for the day. Absolutely F's in chat. There you go, bud. Oh my goodness. It's like he's dying from not being put together properly. I'm dying of heat stroke. Everyone is dying. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. Right, we'll come back to you. We'll just let you cure for a little bit. Woo! Okay, over there. Right. Now we've got another mighty round of skeleton dudes. So they were the spearmen. These are the just chaff. I don't know how well you can see that because of the black. These are just the chaff. So these are made from the leftover shields from the grave guards. They're using some of their white blades to just. I wanted them all with swords as opposed to like kind of a random hodgepodge. Yeah. What I really wanted to do was to see if I could get them some whips. Which sounds really nuts, but I'm a big Castlevania fan, and I wanted them to be like chain whipping skeletons from Super Castlevania, which I grew up with. So that would have been really fun. But I have no idea where I'd have got a bunch of chain whips from for these guys. Probably could have gotten someone to 3D print a bunch or something. Skelly. Poor Skelly indeed, Shadow. Hopefully these guys won't suffer the same fortune. You are absolutely right in giving me Castlevania. The art symbol there, I grew up on it. Started out when I was a wee boy playing Super Castlevania 4. Never played Symphony of the Night, weirdly, because we didn't have a PlayStation. But did play all of the Game Boy Advance ones and most of the Nintendo DS ones, which are wicked. Right, let's give you a little radiant on your shield there. Have you seen the Castlevania animations? Yes, I have. I really loved like the kind of first iteration of them. I started watching Nocturne, but I really didn't get into it. It felt a lot like, I know they were kind of cheesy in the first instance, but I don't know, just like the writing, like the dialogue in the Nocturne series was just all over the place. I thought I really couldn't get into it. You know, and this is from the series that has what is a man, a miserable pile of secrets. So, like, I can kind of get behind most writing, but I couldn't get into it for some reason. So, yeah. before anyone brings up any of the... No, I'm not actually going to go into that. I can't give any life to that argument. Not when I'm working on the Undead. I'll tell you what, Liquitex whiting through an airbrush is just an absolute revelation. It's absolutely gorgeous. Who is your favourite vampire in fiction? That's a good question. Just piss everyone off and say Arpats in Twilight? No. That was a joke. Although saying that, I really like Robert Pattinson as an actor. I think some of the recent stuff is absolutely great. My favourite fictional vampire. I'm still very partial to old Vlad Dracula. I quite like the Vampire Lestat. He's very, very funny, particularly as portrayed by Tom Cruise. Nosferatu, I watched the most recent one with Robert Eggers doing the directing, and that was very good. Who did Dracula best? I mean, Christopher Lee is pretty iconic. Although I really like Gary Oldman's portrayal in the Francis Ford Coppola. And like Bela Lugosi's great as well. You know, Bela Lugosi's like they're. I would probably say it's gonna be Gary Oldman, but that's more because you know I think he was the first one that I actually saw like on film. And then it was only like kind of later that I saw. I think I watched it first with like my dad or something like that. And then I watched Bela Lugosi's Dead. I am a big fan of Bauhaus. All of the spooky music. To Bauhaus. I can't put Bauhaus on here because I will get YouTube will give me a big old slap on doist. Yes, they will. I got my 1,000 subscriber video that I got a slap on the wrist because I used the royalty-free music from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And well, at least I thought it was royalty free, and apparently it turned out not to be. I got a big old copyright strike on that, and I was like, well, that's all fun and games, isn't it? So yeah, they're really, really stringent with those policies. I think they may have even silenced a particular section of the video, which, you know, then just shows a big old picture of the building I'm, you know, in without any context. So it's very annoying. Oh. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, the camera doesn't have an auto on feature, which is really annoying considering it was advertised as like kind of a streaming camera. And like I love the quality of the image from it. It's freaking fantastic. Bash guy. He's my sergeant. You can't quite see a sergeant champion squad. And then, here's something I'm really looking forward to annoying my friend with on tomorrow when we play. Bat swarms. Toughness 2, strength 2, they got 5 wounds, and they just, no one cares about them, and you just ram them into something. They're like unbreakable. Boom! Just gonna throw them right into a block of dwarfs, and they're gonna die, but they're gonna have a great time just being really, really annoying. Bat swarms just make me incredibly excited. D.H. Lawrence would say I would have a crisis over bat swarms. So it's a literary reference. Anything tempting you as a future project? Right. So every time I do an old world army guide, I come away going, I quite like the look of that. That looks very fun. The concept of doing an all snotling army. 2 thumbs up. When I did the Legacy Army video, I came away. Hello from the Philippines. Hello, Anthony Cruz from the Philippines. Lovely to see you on stream. Hope you're doing well over there. Oh, it's very nice to have you on board from the Philippines. That's lovely. Didn't realise anyone watched me from the Philippines, so here we go. Oh, so it's lovely. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm quite intrigued by doing a Skaven army. I think I will likely do a Skaven army at some point in the future. I know that they're like absolutely rubbish in game at the moment, but I've done a good run of Vermintides. You know, I've done a bunch of stuff. You know, they just look really fun. Like, so yeah, I think I will do them. Got my fibbler. Oh no. More time to paint. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm doing very well. Aside from suffering in some quite hot heat, it is quite uncomfortable here, and it's getting to like that kind of uncomfortable stage in the UK. Heat-wise. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry, that's very loud. Right, hang on. I've just dropped that thing. That's gone on the floor. It's all just going disastrously here. Oh, I'm getting a mild sniffle. There we go. Right. Anyway, back to the army. So Skaven. Definitely. I think will come up. I should probably grab a Skaven tide box at some point. What's the temperature in the UK? Very good question. Let me ask my very silly app. It's currently 27 degrees, which I'm 27 degrees Celsius. That is. Which I'm sure doesn't sound all that hot in the UK, in the Philippines, sorry, excuse me. I'm just going to blow my nose, because I also suffer with hay fever, yay. Let me just mute my... There we go, and we're back. Yeah, no, it's just I don't do particularly well in hot heat, regardless. So I think anything above about 19 degrees Celsius, and I tend to feel a bit worse for it. I'm gonna need to ditch this in a second and clean my airbrush. Why you base coat black, then spray white? Is there a particular reason? Mostly to develop shadows. And a little bit out of habit. I'm also like I'm used to base coating stuff black. Although I have recently come into undercoating the stuff in brown. So I don't know how well that's showing up on camera as brown, but this is like a Rhinos hides base coat. Yeah, let's see how well I get through this. Yeah, it's a little bit of habit there, Anthony. Helps develop shadows and builds up gradients. So, like here on the, it works more on like kind of big flat surfaces. I get that nice gradient on the shield. I don't know how well you can see that there. Yeah, it's looking alright. And it will work wonders on this banner here. So let me try and get this guy. Yeah, that looks nice. You got 43 degrees. Just that would absolutely kill me. I read in the papers today. Well, I said the papers. The websites. that they reckon that the UK could start getting 45-degree temperatures. What do I think of the new Cathay Minis? Yeah, no, I think they're wicked. I kind of go through the motions with it. I think if I purchase them, I don't know how soon like they're not necessarily like, I think they are honestly beautiful. But I think if I were to purchase them, I would just be buying them for because they were kind of brand new and all of that. Because they're not like, they're cool, but I've never been like a particularly huge person on kind of that Chinese aesthetic. It's just never really kind of been something I've been particularly into. Not that I don't, not that I think it's horrendous or anything like that. I think they're great, but I will probably end up picking up Kislev when Kislev comes out, and I will do those in a Lithuanian scheme. My partner is Lithuanian, and like the whole thing is Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth. So yeah. Can I show the shadows, like zoom with the camera, or put the miniatures in to show the effect you wanted to achieve? Yeah. So this guy with the shield. I don't know what you can see there. And I've kind of got this gradient, like you see on the shield there. The skeletons I'm not particularly, like the skeletons themselves I'm not as worried about. But on things like the shields and stuff, there is like a little bit of shadow in the inside of the legs and stuff. But yeah, that's largely what I'm here for. But I'm gonna do all the metals straight after this, and then I'll hit everything with an oil wash to kind of grime them up a little bit. So just see if I can. I don't know, would it be worth me, like, this camera doesn't necessarily have a zoom, it's only got a prime lens on it, so I don't have a zoom lens on it. But I can try and bring the thing down, actually. It might help. Give me a second. Do I varnish before oiling? Yes, typically I will varnish before oiling. I know you don't have to. Well, I know that with well, at least I think with enamels you don't have to do a varnish. Or it's not necessarily mandatory. But it's just, even if it is, it's just, I'm kind of, I'll go force a habit and stuff like that. Damn, that looks nice. I don't know how to spray paint. I only do slap job. Yeah, I mean, I'm just airbrushing here, and this is like, I don't really tend to do any detail work with an airbrush. I guess I would say I am largely doing, so kind of doing slap chop but through an airbrush. You know, I'm using, instead of using a dry brush, I'm using the airbrush to add light and stuff like that. Maybe not with these guys, but with other miniatures. Bit too vigorous there, Grant. No, I'm very partial to doing a slap chop. A little bit of that. So, about the colour scheme. What about the colour scheme? Colour scheme will... Where are we guys? So for these particular skeletons, this is kind of how I want them. Like I say, this would be, that's going to be achieved with the oil wash. Then I'll do like a dark metal oil wash, dark metal, and then some brown basically for the spears. I did, so for like the Castlevania-y themed guys, I did do like a test model where he's kind of like blue. I might try and do like skeletons again? I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't know where you can see that, like the blue. But the bluish was from Castlevania, because you get like blue and red skeletons and stuff floating around, which I loved. Actually have a bunch of Bretonians that I need to finish as well. I say I need to finish them, they're actually pretty much there. They're all for rare money. But, I don't know, Project Zeus. That's a reference some of you will get. To know what Project Zeus is. Consultius. Oh, goodness. with coming up on the board there. That's wicked. I guess projects use my thing is how to play the old world in 20 minutes. Which is in pre-production at the moment. I'm just figuring out how I can get it to 20 minutes. What I can add in, what I don't need, etc. How we can provide maximum value to the viewer. It's hard work. It's coming in. Just today filmed Sunday's video, so I'll be editing that tomorrow and Friday. That is the Warriors of Chaos Army Guides. So that's coming. Coming up. If you're a dwarf fan, got an interesting video coming up for fans of dwarfs. I say that it's an army guide, but I'm just not. It's going to be a collaborative army guide. So yeah, so that's coming. Rock and stone. White. Where'd you get this music from? So this is D&D lo-fi, chill fantasy lo-fi hip-hop, playing Dungeons and Dragons lo-fi hip-hop on Spotify. Steve Bull, a how to play 20 minutes video is an awesome idea. The Squarebase Boys to a 500-point mission pack. Yeah, no, that's great stuff. I've been up to the TSN arena for a tournament. It's good fun. I want to go up again. It's just a case of finding the time. Yeah, no. I mean, I want to keep doing more. I shouldn't really give all my ideas about the stream. I don't. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. But no, I orient towards doing beginner content and stuff. It's just, I think it's stuff I'm good at. So, do what you know. Do what you're good at. Job's good. Probably going to head out and take care of IRL stuff. Very good. But going to keep the streaming in the background. Good luck with the horde. Thank you very much for hanging around, Shadowsy. Shadowsy AZ. See you soon. I live and work in the UK just for main reason. I mean, of course, good governance and taxes are used compared to the Philippines. You know? I mean, you say that. We've got a lot of problems with it. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that personally. But no, I understand that. I have my grievances, but I imagine that they are silly in comparison. So it's right. Let's see if we can build up some. Anthony, you probably want to watch this because I'm going to meet these guys to the side because here is really where the shadows are going to kind of kick in. Like you can see just on the kind of edge there, like just how nice that gradient is with the airbrush. You can do this with a decent dry brush, right? So this is not just an airbrush thing. It's just I find this much quicker to do. Much quicker to do with an airbrush. So, watch. So, we're gonna go. Oh yeah, look at that. Lovely. See how that has like built up all of that gradient there now. Look at that. Just gonna do a little bit more just to make it really strong. As well. Lovely. So number one. Let's do that. That was so fun, we're gonna do it again. And like, you know, I've got all of these Scudder boys and everything like that ready to go, and the thing that I'm most excited about using are these bats. Great. You just can't, you absolutely can't stop airbrush mania. Just go into that wing section a little bit there. I'm gonna do exactly the same. These ones. Just to make oh. There we go. Because that's just gonna help the red. Lovely. And then look at these little bats. These are great, aren't they? They're just such good models. These are the ones from Cursed City. Oh goodness. Oh, I'm just about out. Yeah, right, we're out of that, and I'm like literally. I've got one more guy to go. Right, but it has just had a lot of this, so let's clean it. That's not really going down. We're just going to clean, so lost camera there. There we go, we're back. Take you apart. How many models have I got through so far? Hey, Ewan. I have airbrushed approximately. So I got 10 over there. Oh, I need to do this guy. I forgot about him. He should hopefully have cured now. So I've got through 20 there. Another 10, 30. Minus 1. So 29, 30, 31, 30. I've gone through 32 guys there in that session. I've got another 10 doggos to do as well, actually. That's just to add some gradient through. Very on track to completing the Discord community challenge. We're going swimmingly this evening. Thank you. I need to, like, don't tell anyone. I need to figure out what the flick prize is going to be for the community challenge. Please do sign up on Patreon for only $1 to come and join our community challenge. I'm not very good at this. I'm gonna need to this. Do you know what, this glove? Primacy. Good lord. This is just, my hand is just covered in a layer of sweat. Good lord. Can't say that, can I? that's very not streaming children appropriate. Oh my goodness. Right, what the flip do I just do? Oh no. Oh, there it is. Jeez Louise. See if I can flush this through. It's just, you know, it's all lewd language when I'm dealing with an airbrush. I've got to flush stuff. You know, things get backed up. It's just, it's an absolute hiding towards some advertiser guideline breaches, you know. I'll stop being a child. Back to the very serious job of painting toys. There we go. A little bit of a little flick. The old white stuff. Too much pressure. It's spurting over it. You know exactly what I mean. And you know, I'm just going back and forth here, back and forth, in and out. There we go. The white stuff has come out. There we go. We've cleaned out the airbrush. And it's all been a little bit of rated R along the way. Okay. We don't have rated R in the UK, it's 18. 18 or about like, I hope I'm upsetting new language. Oh god, it is very hot. Right, let's see if we can get this damn thing working. So you go back in. You go back on top. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The stream music seems to be a lot louder than me. Do you know what? I can never get the stream music right. Sometimes people are like, they can't hear it. And then they're like, I think it's probably because I should probably turn the gain up on this. And then you can hear me. But there's like, it's very difficult for whatever reason to hear what is going on YouTube before the stream starts. Like, I can't see what any of the chat stuff is doing. It's a right old nightmare. That's kind of why it's, if I'm being honest, it's kind of put me a little bit. I think it's me you facing the mic. Okay, I mean, I've just increased the gain a little bit. So hopefully that will help. I think it's fine when I'm close to the mic. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I can hear myself back on my headphones and stuff, but I can't really hear what you're hearing through YouTube without going through to the other room and trying to see what's going on a thing. Yeah, and as I was saying, it's like half of the kind of faff is what puts me off of doing streaming half the time, because like I say, you know, I've got the cameras all set up, and then it's like every time I do the stream, it's like I've managed to get the chat overlay working today, but that needs a slight tweak and an improvement. Then I can never get the music right. I'm just here complaining. This is welcome if you've only just joined. On my end, the music and mic are perfectly fine. Thank you, lovely to hear that. I'm glad you're having a great time. Whilst I just have a mild rant. There we go. But no, I do enjoy streaming. Like I said, it's just sometimes all the faff puts me off of it. I should do some non-painting streams as well, but I'm not really sure what I would do them on. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. And then if I'm kind of up for it, then I can give it a go. As long as it's hobby related. Cutting out models and cleaning them works for streams too. More chatting then. How about quiz? Gaming. Explaining how to play Warhammer the Old World in very simplified ways. Then maybe tips and tricks. Yeah. That's cool. How about a lore quiz? Lore pub quiz. Oh, now we're talking. I used to run a pub quiz when I was at university. I had a really fun time. I loved writing the questions. Maybe I could do that. Explaining how to play Warhammer the Old World in very simplified ways. I think if I was going to do something like that, I would be making like a video gaming aid. So that would I would probably pre-script something like that, and that is Steve, you've just tickled me there with that one. An ASMR Lizardman stream called Only Slants. Do you know what? Keep that in mind, and I will April Fool's that next year. That's brilliant. Oh goodness, that's properly tickled me. Right, let's see. Doesn't sound the best. So let's see what happens. Yep, that's bubbling. We got a bubbler. Yeah, no, thank you for the suggestions. That's some nice ideas. Cutting out models and cleaning them works for streams too. More chatting then, yeah. I have no idea what do you want here. I don't know whether to give like one more thing. But no, that I don't know. Like only slants, I think, is something I am definitely going to set up. That sounds bloody hilarious. I don't know, anyone else with an airbrush, how do you deal with that bubbling? Like, I put it back together, I cleaned it all out. This is what I test with a bit of water. Bloody bubbling. Is it bubbling? It's somewhat bubbling. It's backed up. Let's hit it with a bit of the old airbrush cleaner. Sit and have a chill drink for a hot minute. Hang on. Does this work? It does work. I have a Stream Deck thing. There we go. And you can see my cam. That's my cam. I just joined the stream and looked through. What have I missed? Nice models, thank you. I have a lot of skeletons from the early 90s, the ones where the regiments had scythes too. Hey, Pete. You haven't really missed much. I've been enjoying a non-alcoholic beer. I've been ranting. There's been a little bit of ranting. There's been a bit of lewd chat related to airbrushes. You know. Do I know where to get good shields? Oh, for flip's sake. I have no... Let me just put that back on paint cam. There we go. Yeah, I'm not. Right, just before I put this back together. I mean, you sound alright there, but like, are you actually working properly? This is like one of the things that pisses me off about Airbrush. Excuse my language. There we go. And for whatever reason, it's now working again. Okay. Alright. So we just need to do a little bit more white. So where did you go, Liquitex white? You meant the box from earlier, the one with the whole army with 10 riders and a chariot within it. Was it even a box from the 80s? I think it might have been. I know the box that you're talking of. I was talking about, I'd quite like to acquire the metal shields. But I know that box. That's a wicked box, man. Yeah, that's a really cool box. I'm very, very jealous. That's probably a bit too much white. I don't really need any more than that, but oh welly. Yeah, no, that's really cool, dude. Oh, I need a glove. I'll be right back. I'm just going over to my cupboard of many things. Inside the cupboard of many things, I did happen to have one of these floating around that I'm going to use to make some Super Castlevania-ified Black Knights. You recently saw 40 half sprues of shields for Gobbos for like 13 quid. Nice. They were your first Warhammer miniatures. God, Pete, I'm very jealous. My first like Warhammer miniatures ever were a box of Dark Eldar Cabalites from 3rd edition. They were the first ones for me. There we go, it's looking good. Alright, let's finish these guys off. Look at the little bat. Pete, are you going to do some Old World then? Hello, Navi. That's you. First, 40k, and then he was a metal space marine with some weird armor with a lot of studs being like a helmet. You forget which one it was. Nice. And my first Warhammer Fantasy miniature thing was a box of the 6th edition skeletons for a Vampire Council army that are going to be in a box somewhere in my parents' loft. I know. I'm just going to go find them. Got a Necroc somewhere. I think I was saying that on stream earlier. Just hit you with that as well, because you won't probably get a base coat earlier, but I'm sure you've got some layer of it. You're currently trying to build your vampire army, vampire cats army in a way so you can use it for old world and for AOS. Yeah, very nice. I imagine built on rounds and then you're going to have square converters or a movement tray. Right. It's doggo time. Let's see how we can do go. That's looking nice. Does look like an Arctic wolf now. But yeah. Yeah, I've kind of largely stopped with Age of Sigmar now. I'm just like head over heels with Old World. I think is my problem. I don't really play 40k anymore. Say that I have got a huge amount of Mechanicum, not Mechanicus, so Horus Heresy, that I should start working on soon as well. I've run out of that really quickly. You had an idea if your vampire count models with the Khemri rules just proxying the stuff, so these scarab swarms are becoming bat swarms, very good. The elite infantry is then graveguard, etc. Yeah, no, that could work nicely. You could still mania it. Mechanicum, your beloved, very good. The Khemri style wasn't your thing. Yeah, no, yeah, the ancient Egypt thing has never kind of been my flavor of Undead either. Again, not, it's just, yeah, not my thing. Kind of like what I was saying with Cathay earlier. Although I don't know if people have seen the price entry point for Cathay is ridiculous. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. I was just like, they're offering the like from all of like the retailer things, the price of the core battalion for Cathay with all of those brand new models is the same price as the other battalions. I was like, surely they're gonna stick a 2025 markup or something on it, but no, it's £110. Yeah, there's some of the retailer kind of pricing thing has come out. It's 110 UK pounds for the box, for the main one. The Sentinel, the big thing, is 80 quids. Yeah, I was incredibly like shocked. I was just like, that is actually kind of a game-changingly cheap as an entry point. You know, when you consider that a box of 10 Space Marines costs, what, about half the price of that entire box with all of those brand new miniatures in, I was just like, holy moly. They're really trying to like get in on that market. Get in and capture some people, because I think like if I was a bit more swayed on the Cathay stuff, again, it's just not really kind of my aesthetic, then you know I could very, very easily be swayed. Yeah. Fingers crossed for Dark Mechanicum. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're gonna come. Like I think Chapter Master Valrak was saying the other day that he reckoned that they were gonna come in 11th edition. You know, considering that they're now in Legions Imperialis, I do not see why not. You know, they've got a bunch of units that you can use already. You know, your Forge Fiends and your other bits, and it's, you know, Venom Crawlers and all of that good stuff. You know, hopefully you'll get a new Defiler or something like that. So yeah, there's absolutely no reason I think they'd be missing a trick. It's such a fad, like something people want. Now with all the, you know, all the different Chaos Knights available as well, you know, you've got an easy Lord of War that you can sub in. So yeah, they just need to come up with some like interesting Skitarii kind of things. You know, they've got the Negavolt cultists that are in Blackstone Fortress that they can bring in. It's pretty easy. I think they just need to come up with it. I think the trouble will be, how do you, what would you do for the rules for them? Would be, you know, it's probably the biggest issue that they're going to have, and I don't, you know, they come up with crazy rules for everything, so I say that that's going to be a big issue, but I don't think it's going to be a big issue. They've probably already got an idea of how they want it to work. I don't have any insight on it, unfortunately. Right. Have I got anyone else that needs spray coating? I know what I need to do. Right. So, I've got these fell bats that I did. Camera's coming back. Oh, there we go. So I did these fell bats, and these are just too dark. And I'm thinking I'm just going to hit them with some white as a zenithal, and we'll go over the I'll go over the red, and then just pump up the layers even more and make it even brighter. You've got about 10 seconds to say anything if you think I shouldn't do it, because I'm gonna add in some more. I'm gonna add in some more of this Liquitex white. There we go. I think this is going to be an excellent idea, because we're going to have done some red pre-shading, and now we're going to go over. There we go. The wings don't, they might look fine on the camera, but in person you can barely, like, they look really dark, and I want them to pop. I want them to be really high saturation, and they're just not that. Like, you can see there that they're quite dark, and I want them to be really, you know, video game red. Or, no, actually, a better reference. I want them to be Warhammer red, you know. Maybe not Warhammer red. But just really popping. And right now, they are just not popping. So I'm going to hit them with some white. Come back to you in a second. Yeah, like you can see there, it's just like kind of a very black red. It's almost brown. Like the old white dwarf, everything really bobbing, like your Blood Angels, 2nd edition. So, I mean, just to give you kind of a note, let me just finish doing the whites, and then you'll kind of see the style that I'm going for with them. And I'll show you my Grave Guard, because I don't know if you've seen them. But yeah, give me a second, and I will show you. Cool. That's looking good. Right. Let's give this a quick clean a doodle. Give this a quick sugar. I have nobody playing tabletop in your country, but you want to experience the Hello Evil inside of painting hobby part. What Games Workshop game do you suggest for the easiest models for a first-time painter? Ah, hello. Welcome to the stream, Evil Inside. So, I would say something that is... has a little bit of texture. A little bit of texture like on the models themselves, and are quite cheap. Don't start with Games Workshop. Maybe. I would probably go with I've not painted them myself, but maybe grabbing a box of 32 of them is probably a bit much. So maybe see if you can pick up some. If you do start, maybe like grab some eBay bits or whatever like that. But I think actually something like Chaos Warriors are actually pretty good to start up with. You've got fur texture on the back, like as in the kind of older, not the newer ones. I think the newer ones are going to be a little bit of a, but actually they're not too much of a challenge. But you've got kind of the furs on the backs, which are good. Which are good to kind of do. You've got the plate armor. A couple of nice flat panels that you can kind of learn to do some metals on. You've got the bone horns, nice and easy to kind of pick up. There's like no trim on them, so you don't have to worry about doing any kind of fine detail work. So yeah, they're really nice to kind of just get the hang of painting with, and you can have a go at making some nice fun bases with kind of snow. That is if you want to do fantasy. I think that they are really easy to kind of pick up with. Pete had his first experiences with plastic soldiers, like the ones you can play in the sandbox with. That's cool. That's a nice little background story there, Pete. My first ones were, as I said, Dark Eldar from the 90s. So yeah, I would say old school Chaos Warriors are pretty good. I say old school, they're currently available. My knowledge of other gaming systems is limited, just on that one, Oscar. So I couldn't potentially comment on other gaming systems. Like I said, I'm not against any of them or anything like that. So it's just I'm just going with what I know. Yeah, no, I would look at something that doesn't have entirely. You like the Warriors of Chaos? This is solid advice. Thanks, and yeah, something cheap for testing too. Yeah, and then if you do manage to get a hold of people to play tabletop with, then Warriors of Chaos, I think are actually weirdly a good kind of beginner army to pick up Old World with. Their rules are actually pretty simple. They're pretty forgiving on the tabletop because they're so heavily armored and everything like that. And they absolutely thwack anything they hit. So they're a good bruiser army kind of type to kind of begin with. So yeah. And they just look freaking wicked. But yeah, Pete, this is kind of the sort of saturation, level that I'm going for here with these guys. So, quite a high popping color. If you're starting, easier to minis to paint would be Oathmark, Victrix, Fireforge Games, War Games Atlantic. If you do Games Workshop, Old World is the simplest you'll get for sure. Yeah. Is it Victrix that do who is it that does the Barons of War? Because I have been meaning to grab some of those, but we're potentially moving house, so I'm like kind of a little bit stuck on grabbing more stuff right now because I'm gonna have to pack a bunch of stuff up. But I do quite want to have a go with some of those Barons of War stuff because they look really cool. Actually, I saw them at Salute and I was intrigued. You recently bought Oathmark Human Light Infantry. They were rather cheap and the amount of details is good. Not too much, but enough to practice some painting techniques in your opinion. No, fair. Right, I'm just going to move these over because I want to do some different colours. So I do not want to get reds on these guys. Oh, is it War Games Atlantic? Thank you. Yeah, no, I did see them and I for whatever reason I didn't grab any of them. Which is a bit silly of me because they're very, very hard to get a hold of in the UK, outside of Nottingham. Like, I think if you're in the north, it's really easy to kind of pick up these alternative game systems. But when you go south of the Pewter Belt, let's add a little dash. There's a couple of dashes there. Of this red. I mean, I've mostly been using an airbrush here. So I don't know if you've got an airbrush, maybe it'll be helpful, but so we're just adding a little bit of magenta. Let's see how that goes. Not really much change. So let's just see how it goes on the wings. This is either going to go really well or it's going to look rubbish. So oh yeah. Now that is what I was after. Look at that. Right, I say look at that. Let's wait until it's actually bloody dried. Yeah, no, that's popping. That is popping. So that looks like it's kind of drying there. And that is just like the red. That's the exact red that I was looking for. Perfect. Freaking lovely. Maybe I should do that ASMR. Welcome to Only Slans. It's not my. It wasn't my idea originally. It was Steve Bull's. I'll give him credit. Well, I'm too messing. Okay. Yep. And last, but certainly not least. Okay. Just got the wings of these little bats here. Cool. Damn it. So yeah, I think I'll probably do this on a weekly basis then. Feels like it's gone pretty well today. Old World Hobby Wednesdays or something. Yeah, no. I feel like I can hold down a stream once a week. Get this display sorted a little bit better. Sad. Double dash. Hey, I could play double dash on stream. That'd be fun. Although I think my parents got rid of my GameCube. Are parents just nostalgia vandals? Do you know what I think they are? They got Probably, I say they got rid of it, I don't know. They probably got rid of all my old Warhammer somewhere. Just one more lot of bats. Bats and wolves gather. Oh, I should say as well, if anyone is in the London area, I think most people are not, I am organising an old world slow grow at the new Bad Moon Cafe in North London. So I'll be helping out there. That's starting on the 9th of July. I'm going to put out a little thing about it soon. Cool. Right, that's all the reds. Oh. I don't think there's anything else I want to do around. Crikey, just look at that. That's wicked. I might just do... Now I just got to avoid getting in between, getting getting any black on the webbing when I do the bone bits. There we go. Some of its tail's missed off that, so definitely worth going through again. Go. Oh no. Okay. Okay, and then I think the last thing that I'm going to do. Ooh, look at that. We're just about done there. Perfect. What time are we on? We're on 20 past. Okay, I can go for a little bit longer. Bloody everywhere. Okay. You know, I know most. I don't really rate Games Workshop brushes, but the bloody shade brushes are just excellent workhorse brushes. I get through them like crazy. Yeah, I've got some blockage in there, haven't I? Note to self, airbrush needles are sharp. Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, it is hay fever season like crazy here at the moment. Excuse me. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, man. I'm just looking at my subs. I don't know if you see that. Let me show you on here. Okay, it's going to be bigger. But we're not far off 3,000 now. So... I'm assuming most of you have subscribed already, but if you haven't, please consider liking and subscribing and doing all that good stuff. Excuse me, I'm just gonna... Oh, how do we get on the Discord? There should be a link in the description of the live stream. If not, you can go to my channel page and there's a link on there next to my Patreon links. No, obviously, only if you feel like it. Then what else? And then someone else. How do you get on? Yeah, on Discord. So there should be a link in my description. You know what? The community on there is actually really buzzing. It's great. We've had a few people that have joined up this evening, and I like to say welcome to everyone individually, and I'm not welcome yet. But I think we've got, how many people have we got on there at the moment? I don't know, but like we're in the We're in the hundreds, I think, at this point now. You know, considering I'm still, you know, a pretty small channel, I'm really happy that we've got like so many people, and so many people that really freaking engaged with it as well. Someone was talking about like community building earlier that Tabletop Minions is doing, and I feel like we got a great little community going. It's freaking wicked. Little bit out. But I'm probably going to jump off in like the next 15 minutes. So I just want to say, before I do that, in case I forget, I just want to say thank you everyone for chatting and doing all this. This has been... I've done a few live streams before. And this has by far been, you know, despite the early hiccups, it has been the most successful one I've ever done. So thank you. All of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting. And thank you again, you know, just for all your support. I'm still like blown away that 3,000 people are bloody subscribing to me. We're getting as many bloody watches on the videos, you know, so it's great. I need to blow my nose again. This is like half of why I'm gonna have to jump off in a minute, because my hay fever's really kicking in. I need to take some more meds. You need some airbrush cleaner. Remember to take care of myself. Do you know what? My partner keeps on saying this. She's like, Grant, you know, you're gonna give yourself burnout the rate that you're doing. And I'm just like, I'm putting up one video a week. This is nothing. I see some people that are doing this like, you know, all the time, and I'm like, I think things are getting pretty chill. I'm pretty happy with how things are ticking along. I'm not in any rush. I've got loads of nice people supporting me. And people are enjoying the videos. I'm always just on a mission to make every video better. So that's why I always ask. Always ask. I want the army. Like, I feel like I'm missing something with the army guides. Is there something else I can be adding? Someone posted on the Wood Elf one earlier about wanting some kind of tips on how to play them, and I'm like, yeah, I could do some tips, I guess. But it would be, I'd want to kind of give each faction that sort of justice, and whilst I may be able to do that with the Wood Elves, I wouldn't say with orcs and goblins, because, you know, I've only ever played against them. Or maybe I would be able to give some tips, or I could maybe interview some people that play them. I don't know. It's just thinking aloud, you know, it's like I'm in the shower having shower ideas. That sounds like it's going to be not a goer. Am I right? Oh, no, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm very wrong. It works straight off the bat this time. Oh, we got it in one. All right. It's black. Earth shade, not oil, shiny purple. Ah, there we go. This is the one that we want. It's snakebite leather. And the snakebite leather is going to be used on these. So let's bring them over. And then I'm going to call it a night. Shake it. Uh-oh. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. I used to sing loads of karaoke. That used to be one of the songs I sang at karaoke. Bloody love Hey Yo. It's a great song. Come on. Whoa, why are you moving? Don't move, airbrush. Oh, no. Don't do that. Maybe I should do a karaoke stream. That would be funny. I don't know if I like that. That's actually a bit too brown. Maybe just see more coats of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit them some Basilicon grey. Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. That's rubbish. dogs. I just want to work quickly here. Ooh. Cool. Right. Oh, how much have I got in this one? Well, am I just about out of the silicone way? Oh no, I'm got loads. Okay, it just feels a bit like, because he looks more like a bear than a dire wolf. So we're gonna come back to you. Great thing about these dogs is they're so textured, they're incredibly easy to paint, and you can kind of go as detailed as you like with them. I'm going to hit these with a dry brush after the fact, but yeah. Love direwolves, and they're really good in game. Good night, thank you for the stream. Thank you for joining, Pete. Yeah, I think things are winding down, so I'm just going to finish these guys and then I'm going to call it a night. But no, I think I'll put this in my calendar as a weekly thing. So hopefully I can catch you all next time. Oh, Shadow, you're getting a thank you there on stream from Pete, if you're still around. I know that you were noodling around. Oh, right, yeah. Excuse me for burping that. That was incredibly rude. You'll put a pic on Discord of your Talabekland boys. Fantastic. Did you manage to find the link there, Steve? Fantastic. Well, chat on Discord, matey. I was gonna say baby. That sounded weird. Just about out again. Goodness gracious. Okay. finally. Right, that is that. You can turn off. My hand can finally be free. Oh my goodness. Ooh, where are we going? Oh, hang on. There we go. Thank you very much for watching this evening. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think I'll probably try and do this on a weekly basis, so I'll keep it on Wednesdays. So we'll see you next Wednesday for the live stream, and I'll have next main channel video out on Sunday evening, 6 or 7, depending on how my day goes. In the UK, that is. Yeah, no, I hope. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye. Right, how do I? What do I do?